Salutations to you all. Pay attention to yourself. We start with an attitude of incarnation. Breathe. Incarnate the body. Feel yourself. Incarnate. Let's be together in this practice of incarnation. Today we think about the health of the body. Okay. While people are still watching, we just continue to feel incarnate in the body, inside. Pay attention to your mass, to your organs. Very good. Hello. What joy I have to see you online today, to feel you at least. Much joy. You have a DNA. You have a genetic code, okay? Two siblings who are twins will look quite similar, but as they age, they will start to look more and more different. It is normal, because DNA is not all of it. There's life choices, culture, traumas from the past, and there's also a new concept that we can call epigenetics. Doesn't matter if it's accurate, it's what it's called right now. Over your, let's say you have your DNA strand. Over it there's a series of switch or dimmers that will say how much you get into each genes. So your body does not only respond to your DNA, each part of the DNA is affected by how much energy goes into which strand or component. Apparently this is science now. Cool. And it doesn't really matter how accurate it is, because the practice we do today, it was used by the sadhu and the brahmans centuries and millennia ago. And they didn't know anything about DNA or epigenetics. I'm just using this to help you understand. Because today you have a scientific mind. Okay. Every bee, abeja, every bees have the same DNA. But only one will become queen in a generation. Be bigger, more beautiful, and lay eggs. Like an emancipated genetics, while the other bees have these traits suppressed. Smaller, less splendor, less beauty, and the inability to reproduce. They have the same DNA. So what's the difference? Over their DNA strand, the epigenetic layer have opened switches to nourish some genes more. You understand that? Okay. It is the case for every kind of species. There is a way, now we can forget about how scientific is the method, as long as it gives results. You can focus on your body and feel there's a part of your body that wants to emancipate itself. Like the queen bee who was more beautiful and functional, your body has the ability to emancipate itself, to be the superhuman version of your body. But there are processes inside, potentials, that suppress the emancipation. It makes you want to deny more. The part of you that wants to deny more will eat more trash, will want to smoke or drink more. So we have to address that. There's a part of us, because for emotional reasons, that would rather suppress. We've all seen some people eat constantly and be slender as a pig without ever getting fat. That's an example. But the DNA is quite similar. It's human. It's not just the DNA. It's the epigenetic layer above it. The metabolism that we call. Okay, these people have a more intense metabolism. Okay. There's a way to access this series of switches. Okay. And that's what we're practicing today. To try to switch your epigenetics in favor of your physical emancipation. Don't think of it as a weight loss system, please, but it will have an effect on it. Okay? There are many steps to this simple process, but we will do it now. And the more experience you have with siddhi meditation, the more efficient it is, because we're jumping to the 10th siddhi immediately. So it's good if you've learned the 10 previous siddhis. And yes, I will slow down, dear translators. You focus inside, and the first thing you'll do is ask your body, what makes me focus on the worst of my genetics? What makes me deny? What makes me afraid? Basically, we're asking our body, why do we want to eat trash and smoke and drink? Which is not something we should judge. But we know it's not really healthy for us. So let's address it. You just ask your body, what makes me deny? What fear do I not want to face? And just feel. It can be anything. We're not going to resolve these issues today. It's just part of the process to take a few minutes to feel it, at least to be in touch with it. Then we'll learn how to have bigger muscles and less fat. Okay. First, we have to ask ourselves, what is going against my health right now? My power. And I say this with a sore throat, of course. Funny thing, the sore throat lasted last Friday at the end of class with the Nagaruda practice. And I was done with class, but my throat just went, bah, and I had to stop. It, like, so bad. And then I had a terrible sore throat this week, resulting from reactions to Nagaruda, which is good. It's positive. It's trash that comes out. A reaction that my body has towards combining the spiritual forces and the physical forces. So that was revealed to me, and I'm glad. Now I want my body to be healthy, long term. So let's do this practice. We are in the body, embracing the feeling of denial at the physical level. Just so that we will recognize it if it tries to control us again. We will remember that it takes courage to defy that denying force. When we are tempted to eat trash, which I don't judge, and I still do a bit, of course. When we're tempted, we just need the courage to remember, how do I feel really afterwards? How does it make me feel? Not really good. It tastes good on the moment. You getting drunk, it felt good when I used to get drunk. But the consequences were terrible. We have to focus on that. To dissuade us from taking in trash. Bad quality food and smoke and alcohol. That's what I can think of right now. Think about the consequences. I still eat comfort food, but I don't get drunk anymore. I don't like it. Good. So that was enough with getting in touch with the denial. It's a good part. Next step, we think about the supreme emancipation of the body. We're going to ask our genetics. This is just a way to word it. Centuries and millennia ago, the sadhu would talk to the nagas of their bodies. Okay, so instead of the genetics, the forces inside, the spirit of their mass, of their organs. Okay. So now we call it our genetic code, the DNA, and the system of switch that organize the metabolism. Okay. But we're talking to the spirits of the body. Let's have courage together. My mind and my body. Let's have courage to face denial, to face our trials together. Let's have courage. Courage is what makes a warrior. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is to do what is best, regardless of the fear. Courage is not the absence of denial. It is to do what you must for your well-being, regardless of the denials. We're going to learn a simple siddhi to turn on that process of physical emancipation. It is Shri Deha, okay? S-H-R-I, that means supreme, and Deha, D-E-H-A, which means body. Shri Deha, the supreme physical self. Shri Deha. Shri Deha. The way the body sees it or experiences that siddhi is not a slender body that looks sexy on the beach. That is a side effects that could come with time. Yeah. It is S-R-A, but we say sh, like S-H-R-A. Okay. Shri Deha. Shri Deha is what makes the body focus on its health, the health of the organs. The body accumulates fat when it is afraid not to have enough nutrients. So if the body has courage, it can face fears. It will not need to accumulate so much nutrients. So the body will accumulate less fat if you are overweight. If you are slender, the body will accumulate the fat it needs to function wisely. It is the excess that the body will not be tempted about. As you contemplate the siddhi Shri Deha, your body is thinking about nutrients for the organs. That's the main focus. The fat management is a side effect. But that courage, it emancipates the body. It makes the genetics focus on what matters. It brings back the collagen where you need it. So, firm skin, firm organs, good articulations. It focuses on the middle of your life when you were 30 to 50. Okay? Not 20. It won't go back in time. Well, if you're 70 years old, you might feel it goes back in time. It focuses on the healthiest you've ever been. And from there, it imagines what more. Shri Deha, the supreme body. The courage to face life, to embody, to emancipate physically, to feel this power. It will also affect the brain, which is a physical organ. The brain and nervous system, because of courage, will want to feel again, will want to perceive the world again. So any denial we had of not wanting to be in this world, or suicidal thoughts, or not wanting to perceive, tired to hear the bitching and we lose hearing, tired to see atrocity and we lose our sight. Perception, which is the organs of perception and the nervous system, will feel the courage to incarnate again. Shri Deha. The courage of the warrior in a supreme physical body. Shri Deha. It makes your body feel the perfect attitude for incarnation in this beautiful world. The fears and the regrets will not be enough to dissuade our soul from embracing the earth. The challenges of life will not prevent us from facing those challenges. Courage in the body. A warrior. You could cultivate courage in your mind and in your heart, but your body, having its own system of thoughts and philosophy, could remain afraid of the world. It could hurt. It is insecure. Sri Deha, the supreme body, the warrior Vishnu in its form. Sri Deha. I can face this. And your genetics and the epigenetics above it makes all these switches to make your body healthy and performant. With the nice side effect of having a proper weight, gaining muscle mass when you do exercise. Yeah, you have to stimulate it, but you'll gain muscle mass and fiber density in your muscles faster when you exercise. And you'll metabolize nutrients if you eat nutrients. If all you eat is cake, maybe you're going to miss a few nutrients. You still have to eat your veggies before your cake. And those who are not vegan have protein, steak, chicken, eggs, stuff like that. Sri Deha, the courage of the warrior at the genetic level. Feel its activation in your body. Whatever age you are, it will do what it has to do. There will be turbulence in the activation process, of course. Good. So Sri Deha is the second step. The first step was to focus on the resistance to incarnation. The second step is Sri Deha, the courage, the emancipation, the warrior, the passion to physically emancipate. Third step is Anumimatvan. A-N-U-M-I space if you want. Matvam. M-A-T-V-A-M. It translates as physical perfection. Not really, but close enough. Yes, Anumi Madvan like this. Thank you, Raven. It is the 10 siddhis of the siddhis of Krishna. So if you have practiced siddhis before, it will help. Anumi Madvan, physical perfection. Anumi, focus on the experience that you feel. Madhvam is making this a fact. Basically, Anumi Madhvam, it takes your visualization, your feeling of your ideal body, and it makes it a fact. Anumi Madhvam manifests physical perfection. Not just in your body, in any physical manifestation in this world. But your body is the first experiment. It has to go through your body before you can manifest other things with Anumi Madhvam. Anumi Madhvam, physical perfection. So you can see how it completes very well with the Sri Deha. Sri Deha is the activation of the process. Your body ready to deploy the energy. Your organs ready to make the effort, the courage, the passion, the focus. That is Sri Deha. Anumi Madhvam is peaceful. The soul projecting its ideal experience in the body. This process is peaceful and contemplative. The manifestation happens as it happens. Anumi Madhvam. The ideal image of Apollon or Athena that you dream of. Just visualize it. Anumi Madhvam. And if you are wise, you will not focus on your physical appearance, but on your health. And that will have a side effect of making you look better, if that is what you wish. Health is the main focus. Anumi Madhvam. Physical perfection. Strong body. Healthy body. Anumi Madhvam. Let us combine both cities now. Sri Deha Anumi Madhvam. And you will feel again the activation of the Sri Deha. Sri Deha Anumi Madhvam. Anumi Madhvam has a more transcendental feeling. It's a manifesting flow. While Sri Deha is the opening of the good valves and the adjusting of metabolism. It's very positive. Sri Deha Anumi Madhvam. The supreme attitude of manifesting the supreme body, perfected body. It's an influence. Sri Deha Anumi Madhvam. Sri Deha Anumi Madhvam. Sri Deha Anumi Madhvam. Good. Deep breath, please. Yes. Wonderful. Wonderful. To activate this process, you take 1 minute, 5 minutes if you are patient, to address the denial in the body. What yearns for comfort food, what makes you too lazy to exercise, stuff like that. Your physical disappointments in life. Breathe and embrace them, these feelings. And with that much denial out of the way, just by being aware of it, you'll have access to the raw matter of your body, to the core of your body. Shri Deha, activating the metabolism and the genetics ready for the perfection of Anumi Madvam to manifest. Okay. This process is more efficient if you have practiced in the past the siddhis of Krishna. It is also beneficial to practice pratyahara, those who know what pratyahara means, what it is. It's a siddhi, but it's also a philosophy. Discredit what the senses tell you about you. Focus on what you want to manifest. But be wise enough to listen to your body as it speaks. Be prudent in this process. Good. Enjoy the day. Enjoy the week.